The first Asian nation I ever stepped foot on was Thailand. From that moment on, I was magnetically drawn. She spoke, I listened. Every color, every smell, the suppressing, dense air moistening my lungs. A package deal that created a lifelong romance. It is in the land of smiles that I discovered how little I knew about the world. How many more lessons my traveled soul had yet to gleefully learn. An enlightenment to a faraway part of the world. You can trek far and wide through city or jungle and never quite understand the sensory overload that is found in this nation. That's because Thailand is exceptionally regional. What you taste and know to be the way of life in the southern islands becomes a distant memory in Trat. This disparity in culture is never more apparent and stark in contrast as in Thailand's mountainous and rural northern regions, particularly in Chiang Mai, a province where you live and die by sticky rice, pork, and intense spices. If the Thailand you know revolves around pad thai and the Adderall in city form that is Bangkok, you're in for an awakening. Chiang Mai is a sanctuary within the confines of rice country. A glimpse into a simpler life that's deep-rooted in both tradition and in spirit. The first thing you'll understand about it is that there are two Chiang Mais. The old town within the fortress walls and the newer rest of the city that engulfs it. The old town is an originally 13th century fortified citadel in the shape of a nearly perfect square at roughly 1.5 kilometers on each side, surrounded by, essentially, a decorative moat. It is here where most of the action is and where you should probably stay. But you could also try the University District west of the walls. This may surprise you, but I don't walk anywhere back home. For some odd reason, as soon as I land in a foreign country, I feel the need to take a stroll. The northeast corner of Chiang Mai was perhaps my favorite place to walk around. It sits just above the inexplicably touristy Taipei Gate. I've walked in and around many cities in my time, but none feel like this. Every narrow road, each hidden alleyway is a calming, introspective walk. Eerily tranquil, but with an overlapping, relaxed aura of harmlessness with every passing block. A fitting spot for an organic juice stand, like this one. I usually could care less about a fresh smoothie, but then again, I've never had one that tasted like the rainforest was bursting all of its fruits in my mouth. Refreshing is an understatement.
This is one damn good juice.
Perhaps, ever so fittingly, the calm undertone felt in Chiang Mai is accentuated by its deep roots in Buddhism. A city so small, dotted by wats or temples that have stood through passing kings and dynasties. It seems that every other hidden turn here takes you to the doorstep of another time-honored temple. Wat Lamchang is a 14th century temple within earshot of Wat Chiang Mai, the city's oldest. Guarded by a life-size decorated elephant, it's small, yet houses generations worth of stories. Tales that can be read on the walls of its original brick chetties, and sealed by countless prayers. Ironically, here you can get lost and found in the same stroll. The crack of dawn in the sweltering heat of a Chiang Mai morning is unlike waking up anywhere else. The streets hushed, the birds chirping, giving rise to a new day. A day that couldn't start off any more soothing. Now, breakfast to me is a thing. Essentially, I take a couple of hours planning my day over some eggs and coffee because I love American-style breakfast. But the Baan Huenphen Hotel also offers a traditional Northern Thai way to start your day. And since it's a mixture of eggs and porky delights, America must be put on hold. So shall any semblance of productivity in the near future. Because I have, lo and behold, a pool. It's about 102 Fahrenheit today, so it's not that I wanted a place to float my parched body in some water, it's that I needed it. Pools, much like beaches to me, are happy places where I can lower my heart rate, think about my life, and spend hours wasting away, splashing in and out of chlorine and a little piss. If it's Sunday afternoon in Chiang Mai, you'll be remiss not to attend the beautiful multi-street phenomenon that is commonly known as the Sunday Market or Walking Street. You've seen me frequent markets quite a bit, and there's a reason for that. If not just for the cheap locally made souvenirs, which on Walking Street can be anything from lanterns to pipes to handcrafted artisanal soaps, markets like this tend to be a gathering of locals giving you a glimpse into their lives. An unobtrusive transition that takes you from tourist to a deeper understanding of where you are. If you stop and listen to your surroundings, take a few notes, you can almost feel what it's like to live there. But if all this fails to interest you, there is food. For me, my kryptonite, my end-all of any Asian dish in the world is the acidic, porky inferno in your mouth, the untouchable Moo Nam Tok. Crispy pork, fish sauce, shallots, plentiful lime, and more Thai chilies than most Westerners can handle. An orgy of Northern Thai flavors worth every minute spent screaming for mercy hours later on the throne. A dish closest to my heart. You see, I don't care if my liver bursts. I don't care if I have the runs for weeks. I have Moo Nam Tok. And I'm gonna eat it every day in Chiang Mai. Because that's how I roll. To fall in love is one thing. To fall in love with a memory is another. To be fully enamored in Northern Thailand is to be in the presence of its sacred animal. The significance of the elephant in Thai culture is deeply intertwined in symbolism of strength, of patience, of wisdom. Far from the walls of Chiang Mai is the Maerim elephant home, a small sanctuary that houses 4 elephants of different ages. There are a few activities the home allows you to engage in with the enormous creature. First up, feeding it copious amounts of sugarcane, which at first proves to be a little difficult. As peaceful as they seem, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intimidated by their sheer size. Eventually, and with much respect, I get the hang of it.
There you go, buddy. There you go. GG. Come up. There you go, buddy. Stampy. Good job, Stampy. That was pretty good.
Next up, I meet the 6-month-old baby that far outweighs me, and the mother who is relieved not to be pregnant after 22 months. In what could be the single cutest shot ever in this show, I get to bathe the little troublemaker. Considering the heat index today has hit 110 Fahrenheit, and the elephants eat roughly up to 600 pounds a day, a little splash hits the spot. But even that isn't enough to battle the Chiang Mai sun. It's time for me and my new hefty buddies to take a dip in the Mueang River. It's hard not to address this, so I will. As per the trainers who protect these animals with their heart and soul, riding an elephant is okay to do so long as it is one person riding bareback with no strings or cords that wrap around the belly of the elephant and for a short period of time. Despite what any hippie vlogger will tell you, elephants can carry over 700 pounds without batting an eye. However, camps where elephants are forced to do unnatural tricks or carry people in baskets like you see here are harmful to the animal, and you should stay away. My conscience is clear though, because it's not like my 160-pound body could last more than 5 seconds on one anyway. And now, we play. With every shenanigan, every douse from its mighty trunk, a smile grew bigger on my drenched face. I now understand the greater meaning behind this tender-hearted giant. How an animal this powerful can be this gentle is a lesson in humility. A respect for that which stands infinitely mightier, but spiritually tethered. When I travel for weeks on end, I never ever work out. I'm sure most of you can relate to that. At one point, I look at my transforming dad bod and say, enough is enough. So it helps to have a muggy rooftop with random gym equipment provided by the hotel to try and sweat away weeks of pork, beer, and bad habits. All right, time for more pork. How well did you love? How fully did you live? How deeply did you let go? Because in this world, some places are meant to live, others are meant to find life. If I were to die today, I'd be happy, I know, a place like Chiang Mai exists.